everybody wants to blow out their arch rival, sometimes it's a little sweeter when you send them home after a brutal and tough loss. Picking things up here in the first quarter, it's Austin Grammer, 59 yards for the touchdown. It would be a huge day for number 2. As the Blue Raiders get on the board first, they're up 7-0. And now up 7-3. A long pass downfield to Shane Tucker for 52 yards. He got hit pretty hard. Able to bounce right back up as Tucker. That's all the way down to the Western Kentucky 7 for a first down. That was on a 3rd and 4. And then it was just a play later. Jordan Parker taking the handoff. Going to the right side. And I don't know how, but he broke through like 4 Hilltoppers. That's a touchdown. Middle Tennessee State up 14-3 early. This is still the first quarter. Western Kentucky would make their comeback though. Right here trailing 14-10. And Brandon Doughty finds Jared Dangerfield for 14 yards and a touchdown. That put the Hilltoppers out in front 17-14. And now here's a 3rd down play, and it's going for 78 yards. A huge play from Western. Really deflating for the Middle Tennessee defense. They were trying to get off the field, and instead, a few plays later, it's Leon Allen finishing off the drive. 2-yard touchdown run. It's now 24-14 Hilltoppers. And this explosive offense now has Middle Tennessee State in a situation they cannot afford to give them the ball back, and they don't. They get a field goal, making it 24-17. And then on the next possession, this is late in the first half, a huge interception. That was Jared Singletary with the pick from Doughty. It would be the only turnover of the game for both teams, and that would be huge. Because right before the half, just seconds remaining, Austin Grammer on the keeper, 11 yards for the touchdown to tie the game at 24 right before both teams head into the locker room. Blue Zoo loving it. Now 3rd quarter. Play fake. Doughty, an incredible catch by Tyler Higbee. All the way down to the 22 of Middle Tennessee State, but Coach Jeff Brom going with Leon Allen up the middle 3 straight times, hoping the 4th would be the charm. It wasn't. Middle Tennessee holds. A huge play from the Blue Raiders. And as we would see, and you may already know how big it was, WKU not taking the points. And here again, Middle Tennessee now in the 4th quarter, driving. And again, Middle Tennessee defense bending but not breaking. It leads to a field goal try from 37 yards, and it's short and no good. That would be huge. And now on a series of runs, interchanging between Bryson and Watley. This was 6 straight running plays for 80 yards before Shane Tucker finished it off for the touchdown. Middle Tennessee now lead 31-24. But of course, Western would respond. And Doughty again put up huge numbers, over 500 yards passing. And here he finds his tight end, Mitchell Henry, for 19 yards. All the red now excited as the game is tied up at 34. And here's another big play. Austin Grammer, this is on a 3rd down, scrambling, looking downfield. He's got his man, a huge first down, keeping the drive alive. See Western Kentucky coaching staff furious they cannot get off the field, and then the field goal attempt is up and good from Cody Clark from 29 yards. Western leads it Middle Tennessee leads it by 3, just 2.5 minutes left. Now here's Western driving again, late in the game. Doughty again to Henry. That's a big play to the 14-yard line. Just seconds left. And this is a good run from Leon Allen. That's on 3rd and 10 from the 14, but Middle Tennessee stops him short, so it's 4th and 2. Western will try a field goal again with Schwetman, who had just missed just a few minutes prior. This one a little bit closer, though. And he puts it through. Tying the game at 34 apiece, we go to overtime. And on the very first play of overtime, Brandon Doughty again to his tight end Mitchell Henry for 25 yards for the touchdown. It was ruled initially Middle Tennessee State saying, wait a minute, we got a fumble recovery. And Henry was hit pretty hard on that play. We're going to get another look at this one because it was close. Again, this is replay. This is the first play of overtime. Western Kentucky setting the tone, it appeared. But look again. The ball has to cross the goal line. It doesn't look like it did while in Henry's possession. Now, they went and reviewed it. They have better angles than this, of course. And the call wouldn't be confirmed, but it would stand. And Western draws first blood in OT. They lead it 41-34. Hilltopper fans now excited. It's a fourth down. Last chance for Middle Tennessee State. And Grammer will find his receiver. And then Grammer taking it himself for the score to tie the game at 41. Now both teams would trade field goals, including Cody Clark, who hit his from 42 yards out. Western would make theirs. We're tied at 44. Western Kentucky with the ball. First in the third overtime. Third down play. The pass is complete, but they're a yard short. So it brings up 4th and 1. Western would try to draw Middle Tennessee State offside, but they would actually draw themselves offside. So back him up 5 yards. Schwetman looking for the field goal to put his team ahead in the third overtime. It's right down the middle, 47-44. And now Middle Tennessee, 1st and 10 from the 25. First play of the third overtime for them, and Ed'Marques Battise fighting off defenders into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. They win it. One of the most exciting games played at Floyd Stadium deserved that ending. Incredible. As the Blue Raiders send WKU and their fans home on the losing end of an incredible, tough, and emotional game. A fabulous finish in Murfreesboro for a game that had 1,259 yards of offense combined between the two teams. There's your player of the game, Austin Grammer. He threw for 218 yards and 1 touchdown, but also ran for 125 yards and 3 touchdowns. Lots of partying on the campus of Middle Tennessee on Saturday night as the Blue Raiders up in their rivals in 3 overtimes. Be sure to check in for more from this game. A wild one. It deserves more talking about, and you will get it.